In the most basic example, I only need 4 elements to show you how it works. A player, a trigger, a create task module, and a set task state module. First, we'll set the trigger to blue for being present. Then we'll set the create task owner as blue for. For this example, I'll set the title to test. In our set task state module, we'll make the status change to succeeded. Now here's the basic logic on how tasks work. The create task module will create a task on mission start, but we need something to change the task status at some point. First, you have to define what is going to change the task state. We'll use the trigger, sync it to set task state. Second, you have to define what the task state is changing. Sync the set task to the create task module. Simple as that. I'll test it out. I'll go to the map screen to check to see that a task was created. And there it is. As you remember, our mission will change the task state if blue 4 is present in the trigger. I'll test that now. I'll go back to the map screen to check to see that the task is succeeded. And it is. In that example, I synced the trigger to the state, and then I synced the state to the create module. It doesn't matter which order you sync these, you could do it vice versa as well. Another quick way of describing this task system is that a task state must be synced in between a create task module and a trigger. A create task module can have multiple task states assigned to it. Let's say your mission calls for the ability to fail a task. I'll build on the template we have and show you how to do it. Here's a blue 4 soldier. I'll make a quick trigger that will be set off if he dies. So I have to make him the trigger owner and set the condition to not present. Now I have to add the set task state module. I'll sync it to the trigger and then sync it to our create task module. Finally, I'll open up the set task state module and then put the task state to failed. I'll shoot the guy to see what happens. There you go. The task is now failed. Keep in mind though that the other task still exists. I can walk into the square and magically succeed the task I just failed. So I recommend that when you use the task system, you create them in a way where the task states can't be both true. Or you could just delete the task state. I'll show you how to do that now. To stop the other task state from triggering, I'll give it a variable name, walk-in task. Then I'll go to the blue 4 not present trigger and on the on activation put in delete vehicle walk-in task. Here we go. I killed the guy and now the task is not triggered. Now I'm going to assign a task after one is succeeded. I'm going to create a task called Fun Times with blue 4 as the owner. I want it to assign the task after the first task is succeeded, so I'll make a task state to assign. Remember, the task state change has to be synced between the trigger and the create task. I'll do that now. Okay, now let's see what happens. I'll walk into the trigger and I will succeed the test, and then I'll get the notification that I've been assigned the task for fun times. So what if you don't want your player to know the task from the beginning of the mission? Simple. All you need to do is sync the create task to a trigger. I'm going to create yet another task called Oopsie that is owned by Blue4, but I don't want it to show up unless that Blue4 guy dies. I'll sync it to the not present trigger. I'll launch the mission and open up the map screen and check out the tasks. Good, only test and fun times are viewable right now. Now, let's kill the guy and see what happens. There you go. Note that the task creation notification pops up before the failed notification. Arma prioritizes new task creation notification before telling you what happened to the other one. One way to get around the notification order is to add another trigger and adjust the synchronization. First, I'll remove the sync line for Oopsie. Then, I'll copy and paste the death trigger and set the trigger owner. I'll open up the trigger and then set the timeout to 3 seconds, as well as the not present. Finally, reset the sync lines to this new trigger.